Hi.
Hey everyone, it's Exoman, and I'm here with my lovely farm girl, and we are doing our walk. We're gonna get we do 10,000 steps a day. Well, that's our goal, anyhow.
For our walk.
Yeah. So I had there was a video that I posted a while back about success and about how we can make money from thin air, just creating our wealth, our livelihood, or whatever you want to call it. And one of my subscribers raised an interesting question, and she asked that I do a video on the subject, and that is the subject of failure. What of failure? What of falling down
And coming back.
and bouncing back? Most importantly, yeah. Surviving through that, mentally and spiritually, emotionally. And I take for granted that that's just something that we do. And it occurs to me that other people have a harder time with grappling with that, with failure.
Well, they're just not used to as much failure as we are.
Very well put. We are
We've
very
gotten used to it.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting way of opening this up, is to say that we too, individually and together as spouses, are very, very familiar with failure many times over. And so, for, a little background, this one, college educated, Tulane University alum, she, business school in the 80s, she was pretty much destined for success. And me, middle school dropout, I also was destined to succeed one way or another.
Yeah.
Now,
I made sure of that.
yeah. So that's kind of, to open up the discussion of failure, I just want to look at life as a whole. That's what I always do. Our lives are, in a sense, our individual tapestries. And when you start to look at it like that, you're stepping back and you're looking at the larger picture of your life, be it linear or be it a sphere, or however you want to envision it. I look at it as a tapestry, or a timeline, or whatever you want to call it. And not so much each individual instance, but all of it as a whole. And it helps to do that because you're constantly creating, you're endeavoring. And how boring would it be if your tapestry was simply win?
Yeah.
W-I-N. That's all you did.
Yeah.
That's all you ever did.
You gotta have the lows to feel the highs.
Exactly. What fun would it be to be on the top of a roller coaster ride and sit there all day?
And have no challenge.
And no rush,
Yeah.
no exhilaration of plummeting and coming back up.
Yep.
That's what life is all about. It's the highs and the lows.
Yep. It's the ride. It's not necessarily the destination.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's over when you're dead, so enjoy the ride. Oh God. So that's the way I look at it. And so you begin to get this habit of viewing life as a conglomeration of experiences, and some of those are bad and some are good. And myself, as an artist, that's how I view life. You can't have highlights without shadows. Everything exists. If you look at the yin yang, study that. It tells you everything. It speaks volumes. A simple little design speaks the cosmos to us all.
Yeah.
Don't overlook that. It's not just some hippie symbol. Look at it right now, yin yang. Without darkness, you cannot have light. We all enjoy the light, but without hot, you can't have cold.
Yep.
So what about, everybody wants to win. We get that. Everybody wants to succeed at everything.
But you're gonna fail.
You're gonna have failures.
Most entrepreneurs fail 25 times before they get a success.
And what about lovers? And what about marriages?
Well, hopefully not that many failures, but sometimes.
Yeah. You
never know. If you keep choosing the wrong people, and
you have to make good decisions and good choices, and
Yeah.
there we get to the
yeah. And hopefully you learn each time you fail. I mean, that's what a failure is for.
yeah, it's
Just to
educational, isn't
learn
it?
and
Instructive.
pick yourself back up.
So we got the choices here, making good choices. You have to make a wise choice for a partnership, any kind of partnership, business partnership,
Yeah.
life partner. You can't just have a fantasy and say, okay, this is going to work because I have a fantasy.
And it's going to be perfect forever. And if it's not perfect, it's a failure.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to move on from things that aren't working. But making the right choice is everything. And for example, find your dharma. In the East,
Yeah.
the Hindus have used the expression dharma, which loosely translated as
Do what you love.
what
you wanted.
in
what you
a
meant.
wholer sense, it's the order of the cosmos. Everything being in order in your world, and complying with that, aligning your mind, body, and spirit with dharma. We are in a sense a microcosm of the universe.
Yeah.
The people that surround us, it's the
feng shui
yeah. So
of life.
so when I was by example, when I was a little boy, it's finding what is the essence of me. We make all these choices that really aren't us. We have these fantasies, these notions about what we can be or what we want to be. I want to be president of the United States.
Or other people have notions of what we should be.
Yeah.
And we try and follow those.
Exactly. We try to live up to expectations, sometimes our own, sometimes those of other people. But what you have to do is sort of, kind of let go. And in letting go, find yourself, find your true dharma, find how you are organized with the cosmos.
Just understand what you like doing and what makes you feel good.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly. And then sometimes that's the hardest thing for people.
Yeah.
And you watch as people are born and by age 5 are concert pianists. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
That
Sometimes
happens
it's
for
just-
some people.
Yeah.
But that's their dharma,
Stars.
and they were born connected to it. They were born with an innate understanding of who they were to be. Most of us aren't born like that. Most of us, it's an Easter egg hunt, and it's damn fun if you really think about it, because it's a mystery, and who doesn't like a good mystery? It's sometimes frustrating when the mystery is our life and we have to figure it out,
Yeah.
but it's a puzzle. So you get to the age of reason and you say, hey man, I've got to stop chasing these butterflies and let one land on me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just kind of find peace and serenity and it will come. Let it flow. Just start, looking at what you're good at, looking at what really turns you on.
And if it doesn't work the first time, you just try again.
Yeah.
And don't think of it as a failure. Think of it as a learning experience.
Yeah, well, we've had a lot of learning experiences.
Yeah.
Truthfully, we have failed. What kinds of things have we failed at?
I've cried a lot.
Yes, I've been there. The shoulder, look at my
well,
left shoulder.
We've tried so many different businesses.
Okay, let me go back to my notions as a youngster. I wanted to be a rock star. Yeah, me. And why did I want that?
Well, you're creative, you're artistic.
Well,
Maybe you could do it.
It just didn't work. I picked up a guitar and I learned the chords and I did all the things, and granted I didn't go to school for it, but
There.
I didn't feel it. I didn't connect with it, and I felt cursed. Like, why is it so easy for others, but for me it's such a struggle to learn the very basics. I didn't have the flow.
Yeah.
I also wanted to be a movie star. Again, why did I want that? Because I was.
Because your family was kind of in that.
My family was very creative.
Yeah.
But this is not really about me. I'm just trying to get to the point. But yeah, I wanted to be a movie star, and so I struggled
That was your direction.
as an actor.
Yeah.
I went into acting, and I can do it, but is it really my dharma? And I don't want to say yes or no, but it's not something that happened.
Now it's just a hobby.
Now it's one of those things that I
It's just a
enjoy
fun thing.
and enjoy doing, and
Yeah.
I truly do enjoy it, and I feel like I'm good at it. But I don't feel like I'm any Al Pacino or Meryl Streep. You know what I mean? So I just do what I love, and that is actually for me it turns out to be a lot of different things.
Well, you're creative in that you make these videos and you want to help people, and that makes you feel good. So you get a good reward
Right.
for helping people.
And I used to paint paintings, and that was fun for me. But this is not about my dharma anyway. But I found that I just like to be creative, like we said.
Yep.
So it can take a lifetime for some of us, and when you don't find it in the first 40 years, don't be disheartened. You're knocking on the wrong doors, maybe. Just consider that.
Yeah.
And when you fall down,
And sometimes you just tweak a few little things in your life, and everything falls into place.
yeah, so true.
And sometimes people feel like they're going to give up right before they succeed.
Yeah.
So.
And that happens all the time.
Keep going.
Sometimes you are on the right path.
Yeah.
You bring up a great point, and you just got to keep trying. But how do you know the difference? Honestly.
You just have to keep on going. You can't.
Yeah.
Nobody knows exactly.
If there's nothing else that interests you, and you truly believe in this singular dream, then you will succeed at it eventually.
Yeah.
But be reasonable, you know. If you're no mathematician and you want to be, you know, a computer scientist and, you know, create the next operating system, maybe that's not your thing. Yeah, it's not going to work out.
Maybe next time.
So that's what we're talking about. Just finding what you resonate with in life. And that's a very simple concept. So, all right, and that's about it. And then failing. So let's sum it up. How do you keep going, Jen? How do you?
You just have to just keep going. You just do. You just like you say, put one foot in front of the other. You just have to keep going
and
you
think
just
of
pick
it
yourself back up
and stop thinking
move
of
on.
Yeah, people tend to take one experience in life. They say I failed, and that becomes so important to them.
Yeah.
And they build their world around that one failure.
Yeah.
Hell with that. Fail. You better get out there and fail 100 times.
Yeah.
And get used to it.
Yeah.
Or sorry, what was the term you used for failure?
Well, learning.
Learning. Okay.
That's what it is. It's a learning.
Get out there and learn and grow. And nothing comes easy. We had another subscriber who said, "How do I make money easy and quick?" Well, you don't. You get out there and
Gotta trudge along. And
yeah,
make it and
you reinvest and
save
you
it
use
and reinvest it.
you
Yeah.
use discipline, and you, instead of going clubbing, you take the money you earn doing something you love and you put it towards tools and education for that same thing. You keep reinvesting.
Yeah.
And your tools
It's not always easy.
might not be the biggest and best in the beginning, but they're tools and they get you from point A to point B. But bless you all. Go out there and win, and go out there and jump high and fall low and see it all
High five.
as your tapestry. Okay. Thanks for hanging with me.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging
How
with
close are we to 10,000 steps?
Not
very
very.
close. We got about 7,000 more to go. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. So a couple of things that I want to add real quick, and one is the patterns that we create in our lives. You can easily create a failure pattern by doing things that you're not good at. It's
By just reaching, instead of having little successes, you just try and go for the gusto.
Exactly.
Right off.
Exactly. And that's, I in my lifetime was not familiar with the structure of an educational system. I just simply wasn't.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I got my fundamental education early on, grade school, I got the basic concepts, and from there it was extremely disruptive. But what we need to do is remember that we need to learn and take baby steps.
Yeah.
When we took our kids skiing when they were little, they put them on the bunny slope.
And we had them tethered.
And we had them tethered. Exactly. Well, you might not have that structure in your life. You might not have somebody to hold you on a tether and give you the proper tools. So you have to foster that environment for yourself, like I did in my life. You have to set yourself up for a series of small successes, right?
Yep.
However humble, because it does something in here. You become success-oriented.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was
You
failure-oriented.
get a little shot of dopamine every time you succeed.
And
Makes you feel really good.
That's so important. It's so vital to entrepreneurialism, to being a business tycoon, whatever you want to be. A politician, you know, you need to start with the city council. You have these small successes, and you are success-oriented.
You get the appointments, and that's a success. It's not necessarily making a sale.
It's the first
which
step.
Is what you want to eventually, but you got to get to do the little things, do the little groundwork, and get your little successes.
Yes. All right. So do we get that? Does that make total sense?
Yeah.
Get yourself success-oriented, and get yourself into that pattern. And that's how easy is that? Just do the most basic things you can and reward yourself. Be happy. Be pleased that you succeeded, and you grow from there.
Yeah.
I used the analogy recently about this very subject. I was talking with someone about failing and succeeding, and I used the analogy of playing tennis. Well, I don't play tennis, but I have friends who do. And
we totally could.
What is that process? You don't go to most people don't go to the tennis courts knowing they're going to win.
Yeah.
They know, what they know in advance is that they're going to meet a challenge. They're going to face a rival.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a struggle. Pardon me. But so what drives them to do it? Even though they might fail. What drives them to do it is what we've been talking about this whole time, and that is they're looking at the larger picture. Those people, those are winners. The people that get out there and get beaten down again and again, and then they get out there and they win. They have what I'm talking about. They have the concept of winning. Yeah. They become success oriented. It doesn't mean
eventually they're going to win.
Exactly, because how are they not going to win? Because they're doing what they love, and they're practicing. And like we said earlier, when they fail, it's not really a failure so much as a learning experience.
Yeah, they just figure out, oh, I failed because I did this wrong, or that wrong.
And their wife
Those
says,
10 things wrong.
honey, you should have seen your form. You were terrible.
Exactly.
They get feedback. So really do think of it as not failure, but conditioning.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's just modifying the basic concepts.
Just walking up the mountain, one little step at a time.
Just let's not be so fearful, and let's not be so dramatic and emotional about life. It's full of challenges, and it conditions us.
And goodness.
Huh?
And goodness.
And goodness. It's all, if you want to see goodness, you see it. If you want to see bad, you see bad. So, all right.
So
Thank you
smiling.
for letting us add that. And you're teaching me. I'm trying to smile.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
I'm doing a lot better than I used to. I used to never smile, and now she's got me smiling. It's only taken 30 years.
I don't want people to be scared of you.
All right. Again, thanks for watching, everyone.